Okay, so now we proceed to another technique of integration, and that is the method of partial fractions. So when we say rational fractions, one which can be expressed as ratio of two polynomials. For proper fraction, a rational polynomial where the degree of the numerator is less than the degree of the denominator. And partial fraction, in some cases, a given integrand needs to be resolved into partial fraction before we can apply the formulas. So let p of x and q of x be polynomial functions of x, and let p of x over q of x be a proper fraction. And then we have four cases in solving integration using the methods of partial fractions. So case 1, the factors are all linear and none is repeated. Okay, so wala tayong quadratic dyan. Puro siya linear and walang repeated. Case 2, the factors are all linear and some are repeated. Okay, so linear pa rin yan pero repeated siya. And then case 3, q of x contains irreducible quadratic factors and none is repeated. Okay? So, iisa lang yung fraction natin. And then, case 4, q of x contains irreducible quadratic factors and some are repeated. Okay? So, those are the four cases we use in solving integration using the methods of partial fractions. So, let's have example number 1. The example number 1 natin is the integral of x minus 1 dx all over x cubed minus x squared minus 2x. So, what we do first is to simplify muna natin yung mga integrands natin. Okay? So, this will be equal to the integral of x minus 1 dx all over. Common sa kanila si x, so we factor out. So, x times x squared minus x minus 2. Okay. And from there, kunin natin yung mga factors ng quadratic equation na to. So, this will be equal to x minus 1 dx all over x. What are the factors of x squared minus x minus 2? So, this will be equal to distribute natin si x. And since negative to, ibig sabihin, we will have 1 na negative. Okay? So, since, what do we do is, plug natin si 2 dito. Since 2 yung numerical term natin. And then, this will be 1. So, those are the factors. These are the factors of your x squared minus x minus 2. Okay? And then from there, we can now proceed to the methods of partial fractions. And anong case yung gagamitin natin? We will use si case 1. Since all are linear and none is repeated. So this will be, okay, so susunod na gagawin natin is to have, x minus 1 all over x times x minus 2 times x plus 1 is equal to, so ang gagawin natin is to follow this one. Okay? So, si a sub 1 over yung first na linear equation natin, and then yung second, and then yung third. So, our first linear equation is the x. So, this will be equal to a all over x. And then b, gamitin natin si b. Plus b all over x minus 2, which is the second linear, and then plus c all over our third linear is x plus 1. Okay, so ganyan. And then, we simplify further, this will be equal to x minus 1 all over x times x minus 2 times x plus 1 is equal to, okay, yung LCD natin will be x times x minus 2 times x plus 1. And then this will be equal to a times x minus 2. Okay, so x minus 2 times x plus 1 plus b x, yan, times x plus 1 and then plus cx times x minus 2. Of course, this will cancel. Okay, and then we are left with x minus 1 is equal to a. Simplify natin yan. That is equal to ax squared minus x minus 2 and then plus bx squared and then plus bx plus cx squared minus 2cx. Okay, so simplifying further, this will be equal to ax squared minus ax minus 2a plus bx squared plus bx plus cx squared minus 2cx. So there are two methods in which we can solve for the values of a, b, and c. So the method 1, first method natin is method 1. We assign values of x. Okay. So at method 1, if x is equal to 0, then, so lahat ng x dito, lagyan natin ng 0. So this will be equal to 0 minus 1 is equal to a times 0 squared minus a times 0 minus 2a plus b times 0 squared plus b times 0 plus c times 0 squared minus 2c times 0. So, okay, we know that any number multiplied to 0 is equal to 0. So, this will be equal to 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, lahat naging 0 except si negative 2a. So, 0 minus 1 is negative 1 equal to negative 2a. And solving for a, we divide both sides by negative 2. And then we have 1/2 is equal to a. So, now we have already solved for a. And then, next naman, if, okay, so method 1 pa rin tayo. If x is equal to 2, then, okay, so lahat ng x dito, substitutan natin ng 2. So, this will be equal to 2 minus 1 equal to a times 2 squared minus a times 2 minus 2a plus b times 2 squared plus b times 2 and then plus c times 2 squared minus 2c times 2. Okay? So, we simplify. This will be equal to 2 minus 1 is 1, which is equal to, this is 4a, negative 2a minus 2a, that is negative 4a, and then plus 4b plus 2b, okay, so that is 2b, and then plus 4c, and then 2 times 2 is negative 4. So, negative 4c. So, this will cancel and also with this one. So, we are left with 1 is equal to 4b plus 2b. That is 6b. So, divide both sides by 6 to solve for b. So, our b is equal to 1 over 6. Okay? So, next naman is we solve for c. Okay? So, next, if x is equal to 1, negative 1. So, if x is equal to negative 1, then, we substitute naman lahat ng x with negative 1. So, this will be equal to negative 1 minus 1 is equal to a times negative 1 squared plus b, a pala, minus a times negative 1 and then minus 2a plus b times negative 1 squared plus b times negative 1 and then plus c times negative 1 squared minus 2c times negative 1. So simplifying further, this is equal to negative 2, and then a, since negative 1 squared is 1, negative negative plus a, and then minus 2a plus b minus b, and then plus c plus 2c. So this will cancel. Ca plus a minus 2a, that is 0. B minus b, 0. So we are left with negative 2 is equal to 3c. So dividing both sides by 3 to solve for c, then negative 2 over 3 is equal to c. So we already have solved for the values of a, b, c using method 1, which is assigning values for x. Now we try si method number 2. Okay. So, yung method number 2 natin, yan, method 2 by symmetry. Okay, so when we say by symmetry, we combine like terms. So, sulat ko na lang dito yung equation natin. So, this will be equal to ax squared minus 2a. Tama, minus 2a ba? Minus ax pala. Mamaya pala to. Minus ax minus 2a plus bx squared plus bx plus cx squared minus 2cx. Okay? So, from there, we combine like terms. Okay? So, yung mga x squared dito, i-equal natin sa numerical coefficient ng x squared dito. But before that, combine muna natin. So, lahat ng x squared multiplied by a, sulat natin dito, and then c plus b, and then plus c. So, lahat ng may x squared yan. And then, susunod naman is si x. We have negative a, and then si positive b, and then si negative 2c. And then, lahat ng constant. So, plus, minus. Minus 2a, since siya lang naman yung walang variable na x. Okay, so lahat ng x squared dito, yung numerical value niya, i-equal natin sa numerical value ng x squared dito. Pero since wala, so this will be equal to 0, or baliktarin na lang natin, that is a plus b plus c is equal to 0, since wala namang x squared dito sa left side natin. And for this one, we have negative a plus b minus 2c is equal to, what is the numerical value, or what is the numerical coefficient of our x variable here sa left side? That is 1. So this is equal to 1. And then negative 2a is equal to the constant here. This is equal to negative 1. And we can directly solve for a dito. We divide both sides by negative 2. So our a is equal to 1/2, which is the same sa nakuha natin using method 1. Ito. Okay? So, we proceed in solving for b. So, anong gagawin natin? We apply yung elimination method. So, using the elimination method, we have a plus b. Mamaya na. Okay? So, we multiply negative 1 dito sa second term. So, we have a plus b plus c. Okay, so gawin na lang natin to na equation 1, and then equation 2, and this is equation 3. So, multiply equation 2, and equation 2 times negative 1. Okay, this is equal to 0. And then, if we multiply negative 1 dito, that will be equal to positive a, negative b, and then positive 2c equal to negative 1. Okay, and then we add. So this will be equal to 2a, And of course, this will cancel. C plus 2C, that is equal to positive 3. C equal to negative 1. Since we know the value of A, substitute na lang natin dito. So, substitute A to equation, this is equation number 4, to equation number 4. So, this will be equal to 2 times 1 half plus 3C is equal to negative 1. And solving for C, that is equal to negative 2 over 3, which is the same sa nakuha natin dito sa first method. Okay? So, manipulate nyo na lang yan, kayo na lang mag-solve yan. You will get negative 2 over 3 naman. Okay? And then now we solve for B. So how do we solve for B? Gamitin na lang natin si equation number 1. So substitute A and C to equation number 1. So this will be equal to A, ano si A, that is 1 half plus B minus 2 over 3 is equal to 0. And solving for B, that is equal to 1 over 6. So, same yung nakuha natin sa first method, which is this one, doon sa second method natin. So, you can use any of the two methods kung saan kayo mas madadalian. Okay? So, we already have solved for those. The next thing we should is to plug these values doon sa equation natin kanina. This one. Okay? So, gagawin natin is the integral of x minus, dito na lang. This is equal to the integral of a over x plus b over x minus 2 plus c all over x plus 1 dx. Okay? So, we plug the values of a, b, and c dito. This is equal to the integral of 1 half over x plus CB natin is 1 over 6 over x minus 2. And then our C is minus 2 over 3 all over x plus 1 dx. Okay? So from there, we can now integrate separately. So this is equal to the integral, okay, labas na lang natin si constant. So, this is equal to 1 half the integral of dx over x plus 1 over 6 the integral of dx over x minus 2. And then minus 2 over 3 the integral of dx over x plus 1. And then we can separately integrate. So, this will be equal to 1 half, what is the integral of dx over x? That is ln of x, and then plus 1 over 6, the integral of dx over x minus 2, that is ln of x minus 2, and then minus 2 over 3, ln of x plus 1. And then si plus c natin. Now, apply natin yung rules of natural logarithm. So, we have, pagsamahin natin to muna. So, this is equal to 1 half, hindi. Gawin nating exponent to, ilagay natin dito. So, this is equal to ln x raised to 1 half plus ln x minus 2 raised to 1 over 6 minus ln x plus 1 all over 2 over 3. All over, raised to 2 over 3 and then plus c. Now, we can apply yung ito. We apply that ln m plus ln n is equal to ln m n. And ln m minus ln n is equal to ln m over n. Okay, apply natin tong mga rules na to of natural logarithms. So, since plus ito, we can have ln of x raised to 1 half times x minus 2 raised to 1 over 6. Baliktad. Okay. Okay, so that is equal to ln of x raised to 1 half times x minus 2 raised to 1 over 6 minus ln of x plus 1 raised to 2 over 3 and then plus c. Now, since may minus tayo, ganito yung gawin natin. So, tuloy natin dito sa kabila. This is equal to ln of, yung m natin is this one. So, we have x raised to 1 half times x minus 2 raised to 1 over 6 all over si n natin, which is si x plus 1 raised to 2 over 3. And then don't forget c plus c natin. So this is the answer for example number 1. Okay? So we applied case 1 dito.